Hey, you. Come on, sit down. You've been sitting at the grown-ups table. I'm your host, Jesse Pimpinella. And as always, my partner in crime,
John Jacobs.
Thank you so much. A happy Tuesday. I got to get used to that now.
I know.
I'm new hours, new everything. We're hopping around like a hot show on NBC, man. We are changing up the time frame. Well, I'm not sure if you ever had that happen to you. You're watching a show and they keep changing the nights on you, man. I hate when that happens.
Oh yeah, if you probably never watched this, but they did a adaptation of a Kamen Rider series. I think it was called Riki in Japan. I'd have to look it up again. But it was renamed to Dragon Knight here, and it was actually really good. Everybody liked it, but it seemed like every week the time slot changed. Saturday, 12 p.m., 8 a.m., 9 p.m., noon, and it's just like you couldn't keep track of it, so like nobody got to watch the full show till it hit streaming. But yeah, sorry, that was a side
No,
thing.
that's exactly what I was talking about.
We're
sticking to Tuesday. We're on Tuesday right now, so we are doing good with that. Like I said, we got a lot we're going to do today. We're going to just wrap up some Oscar stuff we had last week going into today, because it was kind of cool to see a blockbuster win Best Picture and all kinds of good stuff, so I'm very excited about that. But also we have a fantastic guest that's going to be joining us today. And not only just joining us, but we have an activity we're going to be doing today.
I'm really, really looking forward to
it. This is like perfect conversational discussion-based type of show. And I was like, we definitely got to bring him on for this. And I want everybody, I shared the link to his bracket, so everybody better be pulling out their brackets when they listen to the show. But let's bring out our good friend, Mr. Destin Richardson, everybody. Destin, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. You guys,
King of Newark, everybody.
That's right. I was saying you give someone a good nickname one time and it gets their head immediately.
That's usually how it works. That's what it is. So we're gonna keep doing that. King of Newark, man. I think it definitely fits you, my friend. I mean, you are shaking and moving a lot of things in Newark. You filmed your comedy special there. You have a lot of crazy, great shows that you produce that are stand-up, character roast, excuse me. And as well,
that's coming up to you. You're spoiling my Richardson comedic universe for me.
Yes,
I love it.
The RCU, yeah.
The RCU, yes.
The RCU, I love it, dude.
But yeah, no, there's a lot that you have going on, man. It's always good to see you and glad to have you on. Today, I know we're going to be talking about the bracket and stuff like that. But before we get into that, let's catch up, everybody. So, Destin, how you been? Tell us what's new projects and comedy you have coming up right
now. Let's see, projects and comedy coming up now. So I actually just recently was in discussion with #comedy in Columbus. We're teaming up on one called Pie Laughing.
Okay.
It is Great British Bake Off meets stand-up comedy. So
nice.
Look, you had me at there. I'm fat and I love comedy. So all right, bring it on.
I didn't realize you love comedy. That's cool too. Zing.
Hey, trust me, a lot of the people that reviewed my comedy special had the same thoughts. So yeah.
I commented on every one of your videos, so yeah, I get it. So what happens is a comedian, they bake a pie the day of the show, fruit and or cream, no savory, just for the first round, and that we might do a savory episode later. But the comedian bakes a pie, presents it to the 3 judges. I myself am one of the judges. And then while we're judging the pie, they do their 5 minutes of stand-up material. And then once everyone's done all that, the judges will tally up the pie scores. And then the audience will be tallying up their score for the audience or the performer. And then we're judging both the pie and the material as well. So at the end, we get
boundaries here. Why include food with comedy? Why go this direction?
Because I want an excuse to eat pie. That's literally it. I want one person to bring me a blueberry pie or a key lime pie or a lemon meringue pie. That's it. And then if I can also crush dreams while I'm doing it, even better.
So this is basically this is basically a bringer show, but for desserts, essentially.
Yes.
You have to bring desserts in order to be on this show.
Yeah, and then so once everyone's done, we line them up, and then we announce the scores from lowest to the winner, and a pie goes in the face of each person as they're listed off. So 8th place gets the 8th worst pie, 7th, and yeah. So the winner is the only person that doesn't get a pie in the face when it's all said and done.
I like this. Are you going to be filming this? Will this be something or is it exclusively live?
So I will put up like clips, and not of the material, of like all the stuff in between, like of the judges, of like the end, how it works. Because I don't want to, I don't want to burn other people's material on the internet without.
No, of course.
That's up to the performer. But yeah, I mean, we'll put out the sizzle reel, so to speak, to get people in for the next one. Because I strongly believe it'll be a reoccurring type of show. But yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So far, the judges are myself, Hannah of hashtag, but she's doing it as her Meemaw character. I'm going to be doing it dressed like the idiot you see right now. And then we have Nick Glasser as the third judge.
Oh, nice.
So we got in the orange hat guy, and someone who I also deeply respect their opinion on pie. So
what's very interesting is your direction in comedy in this area, particularly. You definitely have taken it upon yourself to go in a distinct and different route. And I think it's beneficial to you highly because you're not doing what everybody else is doing, which I feel, a lot of people, they play it safe that way, but you're doing a lot of risky stuff. I mean, in the last, months, 6 months we've worked together, you've done character comedy, you've done improv comedy, you've done pie comedy, you've done roast comedy, you've done stand-up comedy, you did a special months prior to that. I mean, do you sit down and kind of think to yourself, okay, I've done this, I've done that. How do I break the mold? How do I reinvent? Or do you feel that these moments kind of just come to you as a whim, almost like a car in front of a dog that chases it?
It's a little more, I always sit down. I like to think what can be brought to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I mean, there are comics out there that just want the pure stand-up, and that's totally respectable.
Yes.
That people are like, I just want to go up there, I just want to get on a mic, I want to tell the jokes I wrote, nothing else.
And did you ever feel like you were like that at one point, that you were a purist?
No, never. And that's the former theater kid in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A jack of all trades kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like I value, production. By the way, great job on having a video and an actual theme song now. You guys are actually stepping it up. You're trying to compete.
It only took us maybe 4 years to get that theme song, But hey, better late than never.
Right. But
maybe we'll get that in 4K resolution too, like 2 years from now. So
yeah.
All slow and steady. We don't know where we're going to be.
Yeah, when you guys can afford to upgrade the plan.
We're trying not to make it serious. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fling. It's just a fling that we do every Tuesday, and we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Right. But there's the pie laughing one. I'm slowly but surely trying to organize Dest Fest 2 Electric Boogaloo,
which was a lot of fun, man. Dest Fest was
Thank you.
One of the things I enjoyed about that as a comedy festival that you did, number one, it was just a really fun festival. Like, I was there for shows that I wasn't even on, and I had a blast watching it. And I think that's sometimes the hardest thing about comics. When they're not on a show, they're preparing for the show they're going to be on. But one of the things that was nice is all the comics who weren't on the shows that were actively going on were watching, laughing, having a good time. It had a sports element to your thing. Sports element, it was a fun thing to watch.
Yeah,
and watching everybody hit a punchline was like watching someone hit a touchdown. I mean, it was it was just awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, thank you. I learned what not to do for the next one. I mean, it wasn't perfect. The first show ran so late. I mean, the first day of it, I think, was like a solid 6.5 hours of comedy, right, which is an onslaught of comedy. So next one we'll have less time at each venue. I'm going to hopefully have 3 or 4 venues like most festivals do, instead of it just being one. Almost like at that point, it was almost like one Edinburgh Fringe Fest, essentially.
Nice.
Where it's just that one show and you're just running it constantly. So this one, we're going to have different venues, a little smaller of a lineup. But again, once again, more inventive shows as well. The roast of this Dest Fest will actually be the roast of Ohio, where everyone is going to represent different parts of Ohio. So we'll
I
have
can't wait.
Columbus, Cleveland, Cincy, Toledo,
Youngstown, that's me right there.
Athens, New
Yeah.
York.
Well, that's really, it's all really amazing. I'm really happy to hear that you're doing all that. And like I said, you've really moved over to being kind of a comedy mogul and like kind of creating a brand, but not so much as a brand as in like Pepsi, but a brand as in yourself and who you are. And because I mean, one of the things as a comic for me, I like working with you. Number one, because you're my friend, but number two is that you're very reliable. Your name on the poster tells me it's going to be a good show. It's going to be handled well. It's going to be produced well. It's going to be a lot of stuff. It's not going to be a headache. It isn't going to be me figuring out, oh, what the hell's, because I've been a part of a lot of shows where, I showed up just to be a comedian, but then I became a producer because it was all over the place. But no, man, you always went all out, and I'm very excited about this. So, and I know we got a couple other roasts coming up. I know. Are we allowed to tease the one that I know that's coming up?
Yes, yeah. I will allow.
Okay.
You allow.
So it's pretty obvious. I'm going to give you the date, and everybody should just know what the roast is.
Exactly. That's all you need.
It's really all you need. May 4th. Okay. That's the date. You should know what the roast is. You'll even know the character that we're going to be roasting. It's the genre. It's the thing. John, do you obviously know what I'm talking about?
I actually would like to be a late
Captain Kirk. No.
To that roast, but I will be showing up as a porg.
All right. There you go. So yeah, it's a roast. It's a Star Wars roast. Do we have a character? Is it going to be of Skywalker?
Yeah, it will be Luke Skywalker will be the central force, and it will be strictly the first 3 movies. We're not going to have prequel characters. We're not going to have the new characters.
I was going to ask, like, what stage in life Luke Skywalker will be present, because that's important.
Well, see, actually, ironically, Luke Skywalker is the only one I don't have cast yet. I know, right? I know. I have everybody else. But
who am I? Wait! You bounced around with me a few times. Who am I?
Chewbacca.
No, that's Glasser.
Or then he's got to be R2-D2.
You gave me like 3 people. You literally texted me. You're like, "All right, Jesse, you're one of these 3. But are you down?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down." I don't know who I am.
You could be the Rancor pit owner guy that gets one shot in Jabba's palace and he's crying.
Okay, wait. Can I just throw one thing? Could we bring Phantom Menace into it?
No,
and then you know who I would be. You know who I would be from Phantom Menace. I'd be the guy that owned Anakin.
Yeah, he said no.
I know. I said if we brought Phantom.
We don't get me wrong. I would love to do one of the prequels, but for the first one, let's just stick to the classics. Small. Yeah, stick to the classics.
Let me know what character I am, because I want to start writing.
You're Uncle Owen, dude.
What?
You're Uncle Owen.
I'm Uncle Owen? Fucking A.
Just lay there as a burnt skeleton on stage while you monologue.
I look like the burn victim from Beetlejuice in the purgatory.
Just have a little smoke machine just shooting up smoke every so often. Yeah, man.
This is such an aside. This is such a random aside, but because you brought up Rancor Pit. So the very first time I ever performed cunnilingus on a woman, she told me she named hers Sarley after the Sarlacc pit.
That's one I might just have to leave. Like, this clearly wasn't meant to be. No hard feelings. I'm out.
Just I couldn't.
Well, I'm excited to be Uncle Ben. I'm just gonna be. Dude, I am actually excited to be Uncle Ben.
Yell at people.
I love.
We're gonna make you look just like you were on the rice packet. We're gonna go for that Uncle Ben.
think we're going to get in trouble for that one, but all right. Well, all right.
Oh.
Your show. Anyways, before we get into we're going to talk real quick. We're going to do a quick little rundown of the Oscar stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of big things happened. Oppenheimer was the huge winner of the night. You had Robert Downey Jr., you had Cillian Murphy, you had Nolan win not only the best finisher, but best director. And then a lot of crazy stuff happened that night too, which I was very happy about. But then there was like some weird stuff. Did you guys hear about the conspiracy theory that occurred? They were saying that John Cena, he went out naked during the costume thing, and everybody's calling it a conspiracy so that he can get into the Hollywood Illuminati.
He just had the
I know, but
I don't understand why that's a conspiracy.
And number one, the way he looks, I wouldn't be embarrassed if I looked like that. I walk around naked all day.
They also have shots now of different angles because there was this whole thing on TikTok about, well, was he wearing the little pouch that just cup the cock and balls, or was wearing the underwear that goes like? There was this whole breakdown, and I'm just like, who the fuck cares? And then I saw a picture later in the day, and I was like, oh, he's got the no-show underwear on because like I saw the design, and I'm like, oh, I saw that from the video. So then the question was answered, and the conspiracy theory can just go away. It's dumb.
It's so funny because like every time the Oscars occurs, there's always a conspiracy theory. The host always gets in trouble for a joke that they did. It's like the worst place to do. Yeah, it's like the worst place to do stand-up. I don't even understand why they still have monologues. Ricky Gervais should be the only one that does it, in my opinion.
But he's done. Didn't he retire from it? He's like, I'm done with this shit.
Nobody retires. Sean Connery was like, there's a reason why Sean Connery's comeback movie was called Never Say Never. Okay. And theoretically, he came back and played James Bond again in The Rock.
Was that before or after Zorg?
What?
Was that before or after Zorg?
I don't. That's a good point. Paycheck film.
Yeah, I mean, he just wore straps, so it had to be a good paycheck film. He was a very hairy man.
One for me, one for them.
I'm not saying it's a good reason to go back. I'm just saying never say never. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, here's the thing. In all honor of this, I wrote a monologue. I think I would be a great host, and I want to present it to the internet, my little thing. I think I would be good, honestly. I'm going to play it right now.
Prepare yourselves for this.
I'm prepared for a couple racial slurs at least.
Okay.
The Academy loves films that break records, break tradition, but not films that break the glass ceiling. Speaking of snubs, no one got snubbed harder than Leo DiCaprio for Killers for the Flower Moon, because he had me convinced the entire movie that he was in love with someone over 25. Another film that was nominated was Anatomy of a Fall, which a drama, surprisingly not about Biden. These films were done sensitively. For example, Oppenheimer refrained from showing a violent bombing on screen, while Sony showed one called Madam Web. Poor Thing is a movie about a young woman going on a journey of self-discovery, essentially a divorced mother who just got a new TikTok account. I love the Barbie movie. Some of you are saying that it has a snowball chance in hell of winning, which was the slogan for Nikki Haley's presidential campaign. Godzilla was nominated for an Oscar, and if I had a nickel for every time a film about the destruction of Japan was nominated, I would have 2 nickels. But honestly, it's great to be in this huge space and everyone is here all comfortable. Definitely more space than you celebs are used to on Epstein's plane.
Oh,
Good finisher. Tied it all back together.
Tied it all back.
Nice.
Man.
That was good.
I think we just saw the next Joe Coy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to blame the writers, which were just me.
Yeah, that were just on strike. Yeah, that's a good look.
Hideous writers. I deserve better writers, not me.
Right.
But yeah, that's we got a comment, Jesse, Jerry Springer, Oscar monologue.
There it is.
It'd be wild and crazy. But there we go. One day we'll have to, you know what, Destin, you know what? Maybe one day you have to do your own award show for comedy. Maybe that's the next step.
It'd be like the R.L. Stein Award for writing that he gives to himself every year. Yeah. And the award for best comedian in Newark goes to
who is it?
It's John Cena.
Oh my God. See, you didn't see that coming because, well, you can't see it. Yep. Right there. All right. Well, let's get into what we're here to talk about. I'm like so excited about this. Honestly, is we're going to talk about the most hated character bracket that you made. So, give us a little background.
So this,
yes.
yeah. So you asked me earlier if it was like something that's like just comes by a whim, or I've planned out meticulously. This one was by a whim, though. So I was just I was thinking, all right. What's some way that I can tie something that people outside of comedy actually care about in a way that that forces them to listen to my podcast, the Destination Podcast. So I'm like, well, hey, everyone loves sports and gambling. So March Madness.
Ohio, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. So the March Madness bracket hit me, and I'm like, all right, what's something people get very passionate about? It was between favorite breakfast cereal or like worst villain in cinema or in TV shows. So you see obviously which one I went with. So next year, if you have a very passionate cereal,
I'm in.
Then that's next year's. But
I'm in.
yeah, so this one and
cereal that doesn't exist anymore, that's been discontinued. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear cereal. All right, that came out when it was a cartoon show on TV.
Gen Z cereal. Go away.
so yeah, and then I posted about it a couple weeks ago. I tried to crowdsource as many of these as possible. A few of them though, because the initial post didn't get a lot of traction. So like I kind of had to fill in with ones that like I know people hate. And then the rest kind of filled in. But now, admittedly, I didn't really have the proper like seating the way that most March Madness had. I just put them all in a randomizer app, basically. And I love some of them. There's a couple of them I kind of hate the randomizer put like really what I think are really big names against each other in the first round. But for the most part, I really like how it shook out. Umbridge, I had to move up top because that was the one when I first posted.
Do you want me to slide over to the first round?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Well, yes. So, Dolores Umbridge versus Peggy Hill, and I got a lot of people commenting on Peggy Hill too. Not as many as Umbridge though, but I love it because the randomizer just happened to pick two people that kind of looked alike.
I kind of did,
yeah. You can see
and two people that really hate one kid.
Bobby. So let's get into this, all right? And people comment your thoughts. Comment who you would think goes on to the next round. For me, I already can tell you my answer. For me, it's going to be Umbridge. It's going to be Umbridge every single time.
Yeah,
Umbridge.
I mean, is Peggy Hill even a villain? Like, I feel like she's the
No, this is hated, not villains. Hated.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing villains.
Well,
there's most of these are villains, but some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a couple on here, and even I'll agree that yes, they're terrible villains, but they're not exactly hateable. And then there's vice versa. There are some that aren't really villains. They have very bad qualities that make people hate them. Like Peggy, she's naggy. I mean, that's about it, really.
Yeah. This she's a corrupted government bureaucracy type of person who like punishes kids physically with the pen thing, where she's like writing into their hand. So I would say for me, it's Umbridge all the way. What do you guys?
Oh, for sure. Umbridge.
Right.
Yeah, of these two, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's move on. We got a lot that we're going to do, and we're going to move on next.
Yeah, let's just kind of like rapid fire.
Yeah.
Say something.
Rapid fire. Here we go.
Okay.
But
I have an issue with you talking about Umbridge when you never read the book.
Okay, hold on. My wife wants to talk about Umbridge.
Sarah, this is not the time. We can launch into this though.
Okay.
Because I want to bust Jesse out. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. It's not my fault you're talking about my childhood obsession. Okay?
I know. All you kids and your Harry Potters. No one even read books when I was a kid. So, I mean,
mine too.
We're doing rapid fire of hated villains and hated characters.
Hated characters.
So we all went with Umbridge on this one. So we're gonna
I
go.
have no idea who that other.
That's from the wife from King of the Hill.
Yeah,
you
I've
never seen that.
that.
All right, next one: Jar Jar Binks or Scar.
No, Jar Jar's just fucking stupid.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, but like Scar really doesn't have any redeeming qualities where Jar Jar kind of does. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
it's for me. It's Scar of the.
I gotta
Yeah.
go with Scar on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Scar.
like,
Yeah, I mean,
Jar Jar's dumb and sucks, but like Scar's
And-
just lazy
yeah.
ass. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's different, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jar Jar doesn't deserve nearly as much of the Jar Jar's Nickelback. Doesn't deserve all of the
Yeah.
hate.
oh,
And I mean,
yeah.
Just
Jar
some of
Jar's out there,
Just some.
like he's still working. You know, Scar is
So
just
Nickelback.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a
But-
bad
but
back.
keep
I
in mind,
understand that, but he's not on disability.
during-
Go back to
During
work.
Scar's reign in politics, he didn't lead his pride into a war, but this one gave it up to a dictatorship. So I mean,
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't know any better. Scar knew
Yeah,
better. Jar Jar
that's
didn't
true.
know any better.
He did it. He got honey dick by Palpatine, like
He
how
did.
Anakin
He
did.
was totally used. He didn't know any better. Scar knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah. Jar Jar is a drunken Sith Lord, as Roxanne says. He could have been. We don't know.
Yeah. Darth Jar Jar was a very real possibility.
All right.
It's
So,
gonna go
anyways,
back
okay.
Oh,
Tyler White or Rose Dawson?
this one excited me a lot when they put it together.
Rose Dawson from Titanic.
I haven't watched Breaking Bad, so I don't know. who
Breaking
that
Bad.
is.
Okay, if I was only in my first watch of Breaking Bad, I would go with Skylar. But Skylar, like after the fifth watch of that show, you're like, okay, maybe I'm the asshole. She's just trying to keep her family together. So, in fairness, I gotta go with Rose in this case because she was just like she fucked with those documentary people. Like, oh, I had the necklace the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like it's directly her fault that Jack died because
Directly.
if she would have stayed on the fucking boat with Kathy Bates, she would have been fine. And then Jack could have went off and did his Jack shit and found a boat to get in because he's a man of resources, and then he would have been fine. And then they could have met and fucked and lived happily ever after. But no, she had to get up out of the boat, setting off a chain reaction that led to Leo DiCaprio dying again.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you have it. So Rose Dawson. Well, I guess are we all on favor of Rose Dawson then?
Absolutely.
Personally, when I made mine, I actually did have Skylar.
Really?
But I mean, don't get me wrong. It was not by much. It was I don't know. I'm saying Skylar, but if Rose is what you guys want, Rose is what you want.
Well, keep yours. Keep yours for that.
Yeah. So
okay. Next
but it
one.
was a good one. It was a good one.
Okay, Joffrey versus Veruca Salt. Joffrey all the way. That little shit. Fuck him.
Yeah. This one was not fair. This randomizer. This is a bloodbath, but not even like a good way. This is all Joffrey. All Joffrey.
Question. Clarifying question. Because you have it pictured as such, are we only speaking of the Veruca Salt from the reboot Willy Wonka, or the Veruca Salt character, no matter how it appears?
Whatever iteration.
Okay, gotcha.
But none of them stand up to Joffrey though. So
No.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he killed Sean Bean. So like
he killed Sean Bean. He murdered hookers with a crossbow just for fun.
There's
Like,
only one time. That's true. That's fucked up, and it's so true.
and then he hung them up like some fucking like hipster like abstract art piece.
He very much did. There's
Killed a dog. He killed a dog, or he had a dog sentenced to death, just because it like scratched him or bit him once. Yeah.
Yeah, Veruca was just kind of like an entitled, like spoiled, like bitchy rich kid.
Right.
You know, we're good with that. But dude, you go cutting off Sean Bean's head, we got a problem.
Exactly.
We got a problem.
We got a problem, especially when we didn't do anything wrong. Like we got a problem.
So Joffrey, 100%.
Oh, I can already answer this right now. I can already answer it.
I'm gonna go with Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny, hands down. Hands
Jenny.
down.
Like, look,
One of the
look.
worst people to ever exist is Jenny.
And here's the thing. Once again, the randomizer putting these two together because against anyone else, Hilly would be a top
Hilly would win.
contender.
Yes.
But not against Jenny.
Nope.
Jenny is
giving somebody on the spectrum an AIDS baby is pretty up there.
And them only being good enough for you after they became a shrimp billionaire and a war hero and an Olympic athlete.
And retired early.
He gave a war hero. He gave a war hero who is on the spectrum an AIDS baby.
Like, but he didn't get AIDS, which is crazy to me. Was it AIDS? I thought it was like Hep C or something.
They said it was like Hep C, but still.
Otherwise,
we all know it was AIDS. We all know it was AIDS.
And then little Haley Joel Osment would have died. Dude, that's the sequel to Forrest Gump. Everybody else dies. Who's left? Lieutenant Dan taking over the business.
Yeah.
He's like, I got your AIDS baby, Forrest.
I think they had to make it Hep C because, like, you can't make two Oscar winning performances. Okay, that just would have been too much.
Yeah, dude. Philadelphia is sad.
Great film.
Great
film. Like great.
But
and you know what I love about Tom Hanks? Here's what I love about Tom Hanks. It's not enough for him to have a gay boyfriend in that, but he has to have Antonio Banderas, like the top shelf. It's like you want a boyfriend? Yes, but it's gonna be the hottest boyfriend ever. I want Desperado. Fucking Antonio Banderas, and you got Desperado. Good for you.
About it, Jesse. Like, if you were gay and you got to kind of choose the dude you were going to be fucking, like, wouldn't you go with Antonio Banderas?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was like in shape, like Desperado. And
that's what I'm talking about.
Like, that was like he was peak at that point. Like,
this is
he was ready to go. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying. Totally that's
totally
he was a tall glass of creme de leche.
Yeah. They could have got an extra to play that role, but he was like, no, top fucking shelf. Let's go.
Yep.
So you gotta love that Hollywood power right there. You gotta love.
So Jenny by a landslide.
Jenny. Vince McMahon or Adolf Hitler.
I love that this one is two real life villains, and I love it for that.
I mean, it is, and I mean we're all gonna go with Hitler, but it's just in recent weeks, Vince McMahon. And look, I'm just gonna say it on here. I'm convinced that he's dipping out. Like he sold off his stocks. And shit, out. Like I think that this motherfucker is going to dip out and just try to disappear. You watch.
Oh, for sure.
This is probably the best publicity he's had in many weeks. Like, hey, at least ain't Hitler.
That's all he's got. He's like, shit. Like, that's all he has. At least I'm not as bad as Hitler. Well, that's not saying much, dude. Like,
it's like, yeah. I hope
this is the former wrestling fan in me that's like, let's humanize Vince one last time.
No, he's done.
I know he's terrible.
I just love that this might be the new thing where people are like we found out that you had 30 bodies in your basement. What do you have to say for yourself? At least it wasn't Hitler. I'm like, he's got a point.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what are you saying? Like, that's not good either.
That's not good either.
You're fucked, dude. Get out of here.
So Hitler, there we go. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
What's this?
Ray Skywalker or Roshan from Ice Age.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of these were bad though. I liked the kid. I liked Ray. I don't know how to vote on it.
The writers were the villain of Ray. That's what I have. I don't think Ray is a bad character. I think she was a badly developed character later on because there was no consistency with the writing. I felt bad. So
we just made up shit to fill the inconsistency.
Did that, yeah.
And we're like, but that's because this. I don't know. It's hard to distinguish, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to.
So it had been so long since I'd seen Ice Age, but this was also one of the first votes I got was the baby from Ice Age.
Really?
The baby.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just wanted the irony of like, let's all hate a baby. I don't know, but
maybe. I mean, the baby does cause them to get in trouble a couple of times. And
brings them all together like a family, though.
Yeah.
So I had to go with Ray just because I know Ray gets a lot of hate. Like it's going to be the popular answer. And again, I'm not, she herself did all right, but yeah, the writing, all of that.
All right, fine.
It
I'll
did
go
not-
with Ray, but I don't feel good about it.
I beat either. I don't feel good about it either.
I mean, I'll spoil my round 2. Ray doesn't make it past.
No,
round
no,
two,
no,
so.
no. Yeah, no, don't spoil shit.
This is just of my bracket.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Hans all the way.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think because Hans, I think for me, and again, this is a close one. I could switch either way on different days. I think because Hans is the most inconsistent villain in the best way, like in the best design way. Like he likes what he does, but he likes what he does because he's good at it. But then you saw how quickly he switched sides for his own benefit. So really, he didn't believe in the cause. He just believed that he was really good at it, and he believed in the patriotism of what he was doing. And to me, that's like so scummy that he could just be like, he could sweep up all the people he killed, in the name of the Third Reich, then just be like, oh no, it wasn't me. I was just being cool. You know what I mean? And like, remember at the end of the movie when he's like, oh, and anybody I killed, let's just say that was part of to keep my cover. Like how nonchalant he is in genocide for me is what makes him very evil. Very evil.
That's fair. But that's, I mean, literally every bad thing other than the White Walkers like awaken from their slumber, that's like the one thing Littlefinger wasn't really responsible for. But every bad thing that happened in Game of Thrones was because of Littlefinger.
It is, yeah.
Every death that wasn't by White Walkers was originally a domino effect of Baelish. And once again, he also could not have gave a shit less as long as he kept climbing the ladder.
And
also anyone that can deliver a huge monologue while two naked women are fisting themselves and not blink is a cold-hearted psychopath.
Yeah,
when you do that,
it took some skill. I mean, you can't just do that once. Like that took some developing for him to be able to then, like, not only assert that skill.
Oh, this is just another Thursday. Hey,
right? Another Thursday.
Don't look at it, eat it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Don't look at it, Sabrina. Eat it.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. That's a good point. So I'm going to go with Hans. You guys.
Okay, for me, it's Littlefinger. Yeah, for me, it's Littlefinger.
What do you, John?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
sure.
What? I mean,
Littlefinger?
Nazis, I'm going to say no every time, but yeah, I'll go with you guys.
Okay. All right.
This one, okay, I made quite the stretch for Micah Bell because technically,
dude, Micah from Red Dead is in this? Oh my god!
I made quite a stretch because it is such a cinematic game, and the cutscenes are great, and it's its own movie. And he's very hateable. But this was one I went above the randomizer to do though. Was because I was like, okay, well, hey, if I'm making the exception to bring a video game character into it, then I have to have him as a very low seed. And Denethor, very high seed, because fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And the tomato he eats.
I'm going with him, just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go. I'm going to go with Denethor just because I recently watched Return of the King, and dude, what a cocksucker! Like when Pippin is singing,
Pippin,
and he's just like eating, and he's just gnashing at it. Like, oh god, I hate him so much.
Just the way you described that was great.
He's just like, and his whole kingdom is about to get killed, and he's just sitting there eating. He's like, oh, I'm gonna burn my son. Oh, poor me, poor me.
Oh.
Like, it was like that scene from Monty Python where it's like, bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet. He's like, oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Can you do something to help us out? He's eating all the food.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Fuck that guy, though. Okay. So you guys went with Micah. I'm going to go with him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cersei or Thanos?
I mean, Thanos, because
Thanos.
It's more than just one realm that Thanos.
That's a body. That's a body count. That's a body.
And he's like not like, I don't know. He kind of Hitler shit. So like Thanos gets the vote every time, you know. Like
he
some planets are worse than others, but like it's in there, man. And so
Yeah.
like you got to vote for that piece of shit. So
I'm gonna go with that.
Personally, I went Cersei.
damn,
on-
dude.
well,
Gave
well, yeah,
Thanos a break.
yeah. Well, I mean, because here's the thing, man. Thanos, the idea itself had
Sure.
truth to it. It was a
Sure.
halfway decent idea. Because like honestly, I'm like I like to justify it thinking when Thanos did the snap, what if he just like instinctually in the back of his head is like, oh yeah, but of that half, make sure that half that goes is the entirety of like Florida and New Jersey. Like if he did that,
You're getting specific now.
He wasn't being thoughtful because
The Stones don't know. They don't know. They can't distinguish.
right, but no, yeah. Thank you.
He does have good. Look, I think
See, Cersei didn't have good intentions or to do it. She once again, it was just purely power, and the only she only had that one redeeming quality, as they kept constantly telling you, she only has one redeeming quality, is the love of her children. But yeah, and okay, to be fair, Thanos didn't love his children, but I don't know.
Yeah, he kind of he chucked his child.
Yeah, he was worse to his children, but.
Right.
I'm still gonna say Cersei, but
Ryan,
Ryan agreed. Hey, Ryan.
Advertise with Thanos.
thank you. Yeah,
I think
all right.
Thanos is you can empathize with him. I'm not gonna say.
I think Thanos is more of understanding the why. You understand why he did it, but at the end of the day, we're not gonna agree it was a good idea.
Yeah,
But we can understand why he did it. Like, okay, we get this, but you were still wrong.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the
Next
next
one.
one because I want to keep these moving because
Yeah,
we're running short on time.
right.
What do we got?
Matchup,
What do we got?
Bella DeVille or Bella Swan?
Oh, dude, Bella, man.
Bella,
Worst
100%.
character
Bella,
ever.
Bella,
dude.
100%.
So, okay,
Oh
look,
my god.
I agree with Bella. Guys, I agree with Bella, but real quickly. The bitch above you is
It's
willing
just
to
a
go
couple
100.
dogs. And that's it. And the rest of them are still alive, man. This is the Twilight chick.
I know, but she was gonna, I know, but she
I
was
love. I'm 100%
attempting
on
to
John's.
murder.
I
She was
mean, I
attempting
had
to
a couple of
murder
dogs. but that's it.
101 Dalmatians. Okay,
Dalmatians are admittedly a very aggressive breed of dog.
okay.
I know. So
All right, skin one. Destin,
I mean,
skin one.
it was only
Let's get 101.
make
Let's get 101 of them.
For
They were
Death Fest,
farmed
I
for
want
this
you to wear
purpose.
a Dalmatian jacket. You sick fuck. Okay.
My winter outfit will be a Dalmatian fur.
I just
That's
want to know
cool
that you
too.
like. Look, Bella is annoying as fuck. I will agree with that. She honey
Delivering
dicked-
every line sad, looking to the left.
She honey dicked a vampire and a wolf in one summer. Great.
She
I
did,
love
dude. She did.
Yeah,
She did.
She
But
did.
hot girl summer.
hot girl summer. But
She was
I
finding
was-
herself, okay?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say the woman above you wanted to skin dogs. We're gonna go to the comment section. So we got Bella. Okay, we got
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ryan
see,
goes
I'm
Cruella.
saying Bella too. I gotta stick with Bella, man. I
Twilight
hate that
ruined a
character.
whole generation.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel that.
I
right.
agree with
One
Roxy.
puppy versus 1,000 humans. I agree.
That just sounds like a new Michael Bay film.
One puppy equals 1,000 humans.
I love it.
Mark
I love it.
Wahlberg.
And
I said Mark Wahlberg.
And Leonardo DiCaprio.
And you DiCaprio.
Megan Fox.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. And Megan Fox also starring.
All right. I like this. Is getting divisive. I like this.
Same.
All right,
right.
This is what I wanted.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it up to Zane because Zane.
yeah. I gotta go with Billy Zane too.
he
He was
could-
just such a douche in that movie, man.
He is so
Yeah.
good at playing a cocksucker.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
He is
The other guy cut off a dude's dick.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
He did.
I hate that I'm riding a pretty strong Game of Thrones bias here, but yeah, I have
I know.
energy too.
But
But I
okay,
mean, but Hockley is such a disgusting piece of shit too. Yeah,
I mean,
he is a
I
get
disgusting
it.
piece of shit. But if these two men walked into this room right now and I didn't know anything about them, I would punch Hockley right in the face first.
He's got more punch face. Yeah, he does.
He's got more punch face. He's got more.
Jesse, Put the last comment Ryan set up.
Yes.
There it is. That's
There
it.
it
I
is.
have a child. Look, it's my child. And then
Yeah.
he got his sorry ass on the boat. Ridiculous.
Am I okay? Am I messed up because like I really wanted him to grab like an ethnic child when he said it, just so people could be like, just so people could be like, no, that's not your child.
I'm super progressive for 1911.
Yeah.
Get me on the boat.
Right.
Fresh, man.
It's-
Starting it early.
All right.
Like getting the Madonna train going on.
All right, let's see what we got next one coming up. Ratchet and Trunchbull. Ooh.
This was good. This was good.
Ooh, this is right in the childhood. This is
Yeah.
right in
You know,
childhood.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm gonna have to go with Trunchbull because she murdered Agnes. She treated Miss Honey like shit, stole everything from her, literally tortured children to near death, attempted murder every day. I think Trunchbull wins.
Yeah, she had a chokey. She had a
She had a
fucking
chokey, man. Like kids in there, like, and their parents were okay with it. It's a weird school, man.
You know what? I was just about to say Nurse Ratchet until you made that argument, and now it's all Trunchbull.
Yeah, I think it's Trunchbull. That's where you at.
I think Trunchbull, but I also deep down in my heart I know Ratchet's gonna get the popular vote, but no, I agree, Agatha.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, dude. That was a
Bruce Bogtrotter, exactly, Ryan. Poor Bruce.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Poor Bruce.
Poor Bruce, indeed. Oh God, that was okay. Let's see what your next one is. Ooh.
Oh,
No, I already know, John. I already know John's answer.
Dude. Wait. So it's just like, what do you prefer? Because you put him up against Negan. Now this changes the game. Dude.
I'll say I go Nedry because Negan. Admittedly, there's at least that little bit of like survivalist bit behind what he did.
The mass murderer, like, we're good.
Yeah, Nedry, and don't get me wrong, Nedry was very justified in wanting. Well, he was justified in wanting to. He was justified in wanting to stick it to his boss, but the way he did it.
Okay.
Fucking the worst decision.
Wait. Ryan has the comment. Ryan has the comment. He single-handedly ruined an amazing thing. So let's say this park.
He did. Ryan's not wrong. He did.
Let's say this whole park went off without a hitch. All right, and it was Jurassic World, but before everything got fucked up, we could have had a few years where we could have went to Jurassic Park and had some fun. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Nedry on this one. I'm going with Nedry, and also because Newman. And Ryan says he hasn't looked at Barbasol the same way.
I use Barbasol.
Yeah. Do you? Okay, I have a question. When you buy Barbasol, do you feel like you are just? Do you get that Jurassic Park vibe with it at all? And like for a second?
No, I just feel like a real man because I'm like Barbasol. Here we go. It's just fucking shaving cream. It's not fucking gel. It's not fucking color change shit. It's not some fucking oil. It is shaving cream to shave. And all I have to do is just trim up my cheeks. That's it. I got a full beard. Barbasol all the way. Anyways.
Which cheeks? Ayo.
These right here.
Okay.
Not these. Look, because you matched it up, because you matched him up with Negan, I have to go Negan. I forgive the espionage more than I do just being a senseless murderer just because. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The thing with Negan, it's almost the way how cruel he is by nature. I get it because he's a gym teacher before it all happened. And when you think about gym teachers, you're like,
that could have been my middle school gym teacher. Middle school, you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Warning. That he totally would have been Negan, dude.
So
absolutely.
I feel like he is a product of society, while Nedry chose to do what he did.
He was just trying to impress his new boss. Like, I don't hate him for that.
I still do. I'm still standing by him.
I love it. Here's the thing, John, you're not wrong, and there's a part of me that agrees with you.
Like, not mad at him.
Okay,
John hard. I understand.
Out of all the ones we've done, this is the one I don't feel comfortable with, but yeah, I'm going with Nedry on this one. All right. So Commodus or Biff Tannen? Biff Tannen all the way. I love Biff. Well,
Hold on a second.
I'm
Commodus
screwing up.
wanted to fuck his sister, man. Well,
Wait.
hold on.
Wait. Hold on. Let me recant that. I'm only going with Biff Tannen because I love Biff Tannen as a character, but I forgot this is most hated. So I gotta go with Commodus. You're right.
Commodus.
Dude.
I gotta go with Commodus on this. Yeah.
I mean, it's just Biff was just being bully Biff, and it was the 50s. He didn't know any better. Like
literally, other than just the actual, other than the sexual assault, that's like the one definitely bad thing.
Right,
but here's the thing. Right. But then he gets his comeuppance.
He gets his comeuppance,
and then the fuck out for it. So
and he's washing cars for the rest of his life. Yeah,
and that's
until he finds a book.
But see, that's the thing, though. So Biff gets knocked the fuck out. Life switches, right? And then George goes on to be this great man, and Biff's fucking waxing his car. But Commodus and Maximus go out at the same fucking time. There's no glory of Commodus being dead and Maximus, other than that 30-second where he's like, Quintus, get my man here and this, and he falls over and dies. Like, there was time where George and Biff still existed in their role reversal. I wish we had that in Gladiator longer than when we did, because them dying together was just like, fuck, we didn't get that extra time. George McFly got that extra time.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. All right.
Now, last match of round 1.
All right.
Rachel.
Ooh.
Rachel, 100%.
I did not watch Glee, so I have no clue.
I didn't watch Glee either.
Okay, well, so
give me 2 awful things that makes me hate her. Give me 2 awful things that make me hate her.
1, she's a bitch in real life.
Okay, there we go.
And
wait, 2, what's her name in real life?
Leah Michelle.
Oh, fuck that bitch! I know who that is.
And in the character,
in real life, yeah.
And also Rachel Berry, the character, it's literally a known fact in the show, in the canon of the show, that she's a bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hate her. And here's the thing: I was in high school. I was in show choir when Glee came out. So yes, I did watch Glee because it was our life.
Look at this.
Yeah, Rachel by a landslide.
Rachel. Insufferable. When I hear Rachel Berry, I hear bitch. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah.
So I'm just trying to catch up while we're doing this. Why does everybody hate her? I'm not able to find it very quickly without focusing. Why does everybody hate her? What did she do?
Well, I mean, okay, so in the show.
No, in real life.
In real life. Oh, she's absolutely terrible to crew. Actually, I have a good friend. I have a good friend that was in LA. He was an extra on the episode where they went to like state finals. It was like the big event of like season 1. He played an extra, and he actually got to like be around her. And like she's bossing around people for coffee, for sandwiches. So yeah, it's almost more Leah Michelle is more the villain, but again, the fact that Rachel Berry is canonically in the universe of Glee a terrible person. So yeah.
Well, hey, we actually got to wrap up time right now.
Yeah.
Hey, but we got through the first bracket.
Bracket. That's why
I would say, I would say go to the Destination page on Facebook, the Destination Podcast page on Facebook. You can get this page right here. You can get that of your own. Fill it out however you want, and then you can DM it to either the Destination Facebook page, or you can email it at destinrichardsonComedy@gmail.com. Get it to me by, let's say, Friday. Friday. And then stay tuned to the podcast episodes. That's where we'll announce round 1 and round 2. All that. At the end of the month, we do announce who won. The winner will receive a $25 gift card to anywhere they're choosing, as long as it's available at Speedway, because I'm using my own points for it. And then second place gets a free ticket to the next Destin Richardson production, and a free drink or appetizer with that. Third place just gets the free ticket. Fourth place gets just the free appetizer and or drink at the next show.
Free drink, I'll take it. Like
four prizes.
So make sure you guys. I already shared this on the Grown Ups Table page earlier, so you'll be able to get it there as well. Fill it out, continue it, and I know a lot of people are all like wanting more of this. So Destin, we'll have to work out a way. Maybe you can come back and give us your results after you do your podcast. All right, man.
Okay, will do. Yep. So yeah, stay tuned. Like the page. Follow you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. I post them there as well. So
hey, real
Sounds
quick,
good.
because a couple of people are asking for an extended episode. So while we can't extend today, I do have an addition, Destin, to your bracket to be thinking of, and this is actually. And not the cereal's different, but this is actually a good mashup too. Okay, so we have Carter Burke from Aliens and Shooter McGavin.
Shooter was almost on this.
Was he? Oh man!
There's two that I kind of meant to put on here instead of like the baby from Ice Age and like one other one was Shooter McGavin and there was like one more. I'm blanking. It's one that definitely deserved to be on here, and I just saw it like too late after I'd already kind of made it. So
yeah,
So
who do we have? Do we have Carter Burke from Aliens, or do we have Shooter McGavin?
I'm gonna go with Carter.
Burke got people murdered and literally brought back a xenomorph, just like those crazy anti-vaxxers brought back like measles when we had them gone. So I feel like Burke is like that, and he's like way worse. Like Shooter McGavin didn't kill people; he just like took their money and was an asshole. Like Burke killed people and brought xenomorphs back. Like
I have to go with Carter too.
Carter.
Yeah, it's way worse, dude.
Yeah, that was a shitty character. That was a shitty character, definitely. All right. Well, anyways, like I said, we'll keep an eye on our page. We'll talk about more here at the Grown Ups Table. Make sure you check out Destination. It's on. We shared it to our page, so you'll be able to go check it out there. But tune in next week. We'll be back. And until next time, I'm Jesse.
And I'm John.
You've been sitting at the Grown Ups Table. Thank you, Destin, for joining us. And everybody have a great night. All right. Take care, everyone.